So, hello, everyone. Good morning, all. Very good morning to all of you, and thank you so much for joining today. Unfortunately, very short notice, tech talk, but the open forum. So, the numbers which you are seeing as a participant are a bit less. But anyway, we can discuss as you are here. So, first of all, thank you for joining today. As you already know, we are having this gyaniki Tech Talks for think alike people who are very keen and enthusiastic about electric vehicle, you can say transition and future mobility and all the technology, and trends on the with respect to automotive industry front. Okay, so today's motive, or you can say the focus about this tech talk is just to discuss yesterday's launch, or I mean, day before yesterday's launch of the PM Electric Drive Evolution and Innovation Vehicle Enhancement, that is PM E-Drive scheme. And this is because we just wanted to uh, have quick thoughts and expectations from all the participants, or you can say uh, the members or uh, the users, what they are expecting, whether the government has meet their expectations or not. However, we had this couple of previous tech talks where we had you know uh, kept that what will be the expectations in the FEM 3, but now the FEM 3 is not there, and the FEM 2 has been replaced by this new PM electric drive or the e-drive scheme. I will just give a quick overview if you already know it, and if you is not aware about more details. So again, it is like an extension of the FAME 1 and FAME 2, but not as a FAME 3, but replacing FAME 2 scheme, where this initiative is outlaid for some around 10,900 crore over a period of 2 years, next 2 years. Now, this scheme has a various different type of uh, uh, you know, uh, programs of the subsidy or getting subsidy, or you can say some incentives from the government. Like it includes e-vouchers and streamlining the e-buying process directly from the, a dealer. How you can avail the subsidy? There is a process. The main focus this time is again given on the e-bus and public transport, that is ambulance and with all type of e-trucks and the scraping after scraping all trucks and all sort of things. Now this scheme also enhanced vehicle testing infrastructure with dedicated amount of some around 780 crores for development of testing agencies, because it is again required for having a better and safer vehicles with respect to any type of hazard. So that is the idea. For example, the e-voucher is a scheme. Basically, when a user buys a vehicle, they will get an e-voucher from the dealership. When you are registering against with your Aadhaar and the license, you will get the link that you need to download once you buy an EV, and then the details you need to fill up, and now that again has to be given through the uh, dealer, and dealer will also approve that e-voucher, and that will go to OEM, and the signed e-voucher will be given to OEM for the reimbursement of the incentive under the scheme. Okay, the incentive, however, remains almost same. That is like 10,000 rupees for approx 10,000. It's not the exact amount, but 10,000 for two wheelers, and same way it was there for the passenger cars and other vehicles. The more this time, the focus is given to the charging infrastructure as well as the public transport, right? So, for example, the trucks are major contributor, and the idea is to give around 500 crore of allocation of this amount, and then also having the scrapping policy in force for all the vehicles older than 10 years for the heavy vehicles and 15 years for passenger vehicles. So these are that. Now the scheme also has a more provision for the fast chargers for the four wheelers or the passenger car. So somewhere around 22,100 fast chargers are proposed. Uh, Somewhere around 1,800 fast chargers proposed for the e-bus and the 22,000 for the passenger car. Around 48,000 fast chargers for electric two-wheeler and three-wheeler. So just to cater the range anxiety. Okay. And this is like the outlay of around 2,000 crores. Now, having said that, we are here to discuss what are your expectation or who would like to take the lead about this PME Drive scheme, and if so, gyaniki is a platform where you can suggest us that we can reach out to the all the stakeholders or the government agencies with the expectation. We are also coming up with one kind of a technical research where the expectations of having an EV over IC engine or the those who are already having an electric vehicle, and what are their future aspects or you can say thoughts for continuing with EV that we are going to roll out very soon. So right now we have, I mean, anyone who is uh, uh, interested, they can let us know during the session. But we have already one participant or the volunteer speaker today, Miss Ashwini. Miss Ashwini, you can take over now. You can give your small introduction, and then maybe you can start. Your topic. You can continue with your thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, Manas. Thank you. I'm just turning on my camera. Let me know once it's visible.
Ah, it's visible.
Visible, right? Yeah, then hi, hello everyone. Good morning. And first of all, thanks Gyaniki for providing this wonderful platform. I'm very happy to be with you all today. As today we are going to spread awareness. I'm here to spread awareness on the very important topic which Manas has already said, this PME drive scheme. To start with, let me give you all a quick introduction about myself. Well, I am a customer centric professional with over a decade of experience in automobile industry, specializing in system requirements. I have worked on various products for EV like instrument cluster, battery management systems. Okay, well, that was a little bit about me. So to start with, let me tell you one short story, right? In fact, it is a true incident. It was a lovely weekend. We were on a family road trip. Okay, my kid was admiring a variety of vehicle on a road. Suddenly, she turned and asked, "Mama, most of the cars on the road either has a white or yellow number plate." Okay, but I could count only seven cars till now, which has a green number plate like ours. Does that mean our car is special? I just smiled on this and said, "Of course, yes. Our car is unique." Then she asked with curiosity, like, "Why it is so special, Mama?" As she is only 4 year old actually. Then I thought of keeping it as simple as I could do, right? Then I answered, like, because the green number plates are reserved for EV vehicles. Okay, so which helps to protect the Mother Earth by reducing pollution. Then I saw a big question mark on her face. She said, "Then why most of the people with this white and yellow number plates don't want to keep Mother Earth happy? This is very sad, Mama." This innocent query ignited my thought process, and I started reflecting on the reasons that why, after so many years, also people are still resistant to adopt the electric vehicles. Maybe range anxiety, as Manas said, or limited charging stations. Of course, I mean, the upfront vehicle cost is a valid point, but people has this initial resistance, to change, for this change, or to their attachment towards electric vehicles. Sorry, towards the traditional vehicles, whatever they have. So they don't want to change. So here I remember, like, when I was in a school, these yo bikes got launched. I mean, most of us are aware about this. This electric bikes got launched about around 2 decades ago. You know, so which faced initial resistance, a lot of initial resistance due to their quiet operations on road, slow speed. Those bikes were so slow on road that even though they passed by, right, we couldn't realize that something got passed by. But however, I mean, over the evolution, this EV evolution is really commended over the years with many advancement in technology. These concerns are got addressed. You know, the charging stations are increased as we are, you know, this government is providing incentives, e-vouchers, as Manas said. The awareness campaigns are getting arranged and whatnot. The recent news is all about that only, PM e-drive scheme. That is a best initiative, what I feel, which Indian government has taken to promote the electric mobility in the country. I mean, it is covering, you know, all the road transportation like passenger vehicles, two and three wheelers, then e-buses, trucks, and most important, ambulance. Okay, to address the range anxiety, they will be funding for this, you know, charging station. I mean, infrastructure of charging station also will be funded for that. Okay, now what benefit buyer will get? Okay, the subsidy and incentives, as he has already mentioned, they will be receiving some vouchers so that they can avail this demand incentives. Okay, if we compare globally, you know, Norway is the country who has achieved almost 100% in electric vehicle adoption. And what contributed to that success is basically these all initiatives taken by their government, like generous incentives were given, then charging station investment was extraordinary. Then people, the people who wanted to use that, they were having, you know, this tremendous environmental consciousness. So they had this strong public support for reducing the carbon emissions actually. So these are the people who supported a lot. Government will anyways will give that scheme, right? But people should also have that mindset, you know, to take care of it. So basically, what I feel, two common things which vehicle buyer will have, you know, while thinking about the EV in their mind. Okay, first is about the range. What if कि मेरी battery बीच में खत्म हो गई? What will I do? Second point is about the safety. I don't know. They have this myth like फट गई मेरी battery. Some blast has happened. Okay, so these two point, the person who is not having that much, you know, technical background, that person will also have this two things as a fear in his mind. I mean, this is a basic human tendency, you know, to show the resistance towards a change, and change comes with the fear. Change brings uncertainty, you know, and nobody likes it, uncertainty. चेंज लोगों को डराता है एक्चुअली सो व्हाट आई फील पर्सनली इज इट इज ओवरऑल ड्यूटी ऑफ अ पीपल you know who has already worked on this electric vehicles, or who are working on this vehicle, so they can, you know, spread the awareness in a society, you know, very effectively, transparently, and clearly, so that at least it will help, you know, people to gain some confidence over EV. So if that confidence will come, then for sure the positive change will come, you know. So I'll not go into much technical details here, but if we speak technically, you know, the EV have already the add-on feature on IC vehicles, you know. Say for example, this recently V2X feature launch, you know. So what they're doing is they are providing this separate charging gun. Okay, so you can charge other vehicle by using your vehicle, own vehicle, or you can, you know, charge your electric appliances also using that charging gun. Okay, as far as the pedestrian safety has a concerned, so nowadays EV has this system where, you know, they are not silent anymore on the road. They will generate this engine sound or alerting sound, or they'll give this wow sound for any user intervention. So that has also got addressed to some extent, you know. So what I feel is like there are some concerns are still there which are in people mind, like there is a less resale value, or there are limited model options in EV. But if we show interest, they will also likely diminish. Personally, what I feel is, we have all heard the story of rabbit and tortoise, right? So personally, I feel like EVs will surely win this race if we spread that awareness. With their slow yet steady performance, they will surely grow, and we all will come out of this ice age. Here ice is this internal combustion engine. So 100% EV is possible, but to take that fear out of people's mind head, that is very important. Okay, so in conclusion, I would like to say, like, it is a high time to change our thinking. Okay, spread the awareness, and the people who are planning to buy a next vehicle, just give a second thought, to buy the EV. This is a very sustainable option. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini. It was great, uh, suggestion and especially the story. It is for sure having an electric vehicle is a special feeling, first of all. And I would like to also mention that the having electric vehicle is a luxury, basically. Let me tell you in another way. You cannot have the fuel pumps, petrol pump and diesel pump at your home, and you have to go to the fuel station or the gas station to fill it up. Whereas the having an electric vehicle is a luxury. You can charge your own vehicle at your own home, right? At your own place. So rather than taking it as a range anxiety and the unavailability or the less infrastructure for the charging out there, or you can say basically the public charging. Public charging is not a worry for the personal commuters. Let's speak very frankly. What I understand and what we have come across so far, that for two-wheelers, definitely it is not a big deal to have any public charging station because they all have personal chargers. At the same time, if it is for the fleet and you can say the Zomato, Swiggy kind of a delivery vendor, then it is there. It is yes, charging stations are required, but then there is a better solution of a swapping station. Why anyone would like to wait for a charging and waste their time in charging? So better that can be addressed through the swapping station. And the third thing, the public fast charging station is mostly required when you are on a highways and for the longer distance. However, eventually, as I mean, as the technology and safety and everything is, becoming better and better day by day. So the range also 300 to 500 kilometer is an average where, like in a countries like India, people can travel in a day. Okay, so it's like if you have a range of 300 kilometers, it will take minimum 4 hours and maximum 6 hours, and nobody can drive more than 6 hours. That is first thing. And when you are traveling in 6 hours, it will be in very rare case when you want to come back after driving 300 kilometers and returning on at the same time again those 300 kilometers. So that is different scenario. But again, having a charger or an electric vehicle is a basically luxury. You can have your own chargers at your home. And at the same time, again, as you said, that the charging infrastructure is again one thing that people are worrying about. But yes, it will take time, and slowly the awareness will get spread, and it is already started. Uh, so that's really great, discussion and points from you, Ashwin. Thank you. So the yeah, participants, anyone would like to share their thoughts and suggestions and what you think about the PME Drive scheme if you have gone through? What were your expectations and did the government meet those kind of expectations? Kalavani ma'am, if you would like to share your thoughts.
Sir, factories are not able to talk.
No problem.
I'm just
Thank you.
listening.
Okay, okay. Not an issue. Yeah. Yeah, would anyone like to discuss and share their thoughts and views?
Sir, only one thing I want to share. We need to create, as Aswin madam is a madam. Madam said, we need to create the ecosystem of the country, sir. Develop more charging station, training. Last time we discussed about the training, but any initiatives we have taken any initiatives on the training, sir.
Yeah. So now the government has also, started, the skilling and the reskilling of electric vehicle industry. So basically, all those who are right now in the industry or connected with the automotive industry are already in transition where they are going to get training and skilling for the electric vehicle technologies. But at the same time, all the state governments and the central government is focusing skilling the upcoming freshers and graduate workforce. So there are various schemes going on, like in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu Skill Development Council has already launched the program with Anand Mudalwan about reskilling and new skill development. It is that there are programs run by like ASDC, that is Automotive Skill Development Council of India under NSGC. So they are also providing various training and skilling, with respect to different job roles like two-wheeler and three-wheeler service and maintenance, the component development, the reskilling of the blue collar or the technician workforce, and also the new technologies, basically in terms of motor and the battery manufacturing, the testing, and those kind of common facility centers are coming, for which for that also there is a need of the skilled and trained workforce. So these kind of programs are going on. The initiatives are already taken by all the governments, and still yet more to come. And eventually, the within next 2 to 3 years, we can see a quite good number of skilled workforce for the electric vehicle and the industry.
Yeah, really great. Sir, actually, yesterday on magazines in our group, I chanced to read one Ola service persons, service agencies is fired their shops because of the lack of service available in the Ola. Here in Coimbatore, I am in Coimbatore. Here, there are a lot of vehicles put in outside for the service for a long time. So, ecosystem only the solution. Creating the ecosystem only the solution to create the awareness of the people. As a part of the three-wheeler manufacturer, I am. We are the eco garbage vehicle. We are facing a lot of the problem in kinds of in terms of service. So service is the main part. Service is the main part. When we approach the customer, they themselves first ask where is the service center. Service is frequently available in the market, and eco-friendly service system like IC engine, like that only they are accepting in the market. So without creation of the ecosystem, we can't promote the vehicles like
Ma'am,
IC
may I,
engine.
yeah, whether you are using electric vehicles, three-wheeler for your business?
Three-wheeler garbage vehicles, sir. We are the government contractor.
Yeah, but
Three-wheeler
do you,
we got garbage vehicles.
do you use EVs or IC engine vehicles?
Sir?
I mean, what type of vehicles you are using? ICE or electric? You are already
No,
using electric vehicles.
I'm using two-wheeler electric vehicle, but four-wheelers of IC engine only, sir, because of the long travel.
Okay, so what I can comment on this is basically there are a few things. First of all, the acceptance in terms of both, in terms of using an electric vehicle as a consumer, and then also at a service site. Now, there are two things which I understand that the users also are unaware of, using or the methodologies or how to, uh, you know, how to handle EVs. That is one thing. Then there are very few people who are going in details of vehicle, what you can say, for example, the user manual. None of us read the user manual of mobile, or even we get a manual for our IC engine, but no one reads that because everyone thinks that we have got a license, so we know everything about the vehicle and we can drive uh, any vehicle. So in many cases, we have seen that mostly user is unaware of the issue. It could be very minor thing which can be solved, or the error comes. That is one thing. Or every time the users are repeating those kind of mistakes. For example, the side stand they are not.
Sir,
And
I have a question. Sorry for the interruption. I have a question because I made a survey in the auto drivers
yeah,
who are
yeah,
having the autos.
yeah.
I had a survey with 50 samples. So 50 more samples. Actually, what all are frequently saying only the think of service spot and the cost of the vehicle, because battery is a major issues of the vehicle, no? Major cost of the involving part. So
Right.
cost of the vehicle like two-wheeler, 1.5 lakhs and 1 lakhs like that. That is the next thing. Service part only predominant play over the customer. If we buy the vehicle, where is going for service? Because service is the very much keen on concentrating things for the promoting the vehicles.
Right, ma'am. So
Most of the people asking the service question only.
That's what, with respect to service, uh, that is also true that as compared to the vehicles are being sold nowadays, the service touch points or the service person or the technicians are also less. Uh,
Yeah.
and with some of the vehicle or the manufacturing company, it is possible that the few of the vehicles, based on some different conditions, are not performing well or they are getting a frequent issues. So doesn't mean that the question is on the electric vehicle. Probably some particular components or with respect to the quality points where the manufacturers are lagging. The other thing about the cost is that definitely the electric vehicles are costly at initial point, but even though the battery is the costlier, there are few things. I mean, there are also the number. So first of all, when we are buying a new vehicle, for example, IC engine, we don't buy fuel for next 5 years together. Okay, so because it is divided into the multiple fueling for next 5-10 years, when or the vehicle life, the cost is not seen in terms of the total ownership cost. However, it is always a costly. Uh, at the same time, if you consider the battery cost, there are also numbers which says that in a resale, for example, the battery completes its the life, vehicle life. For example, the 5 years is the life of the warranty life of the battery. So even after if you use that vehicle for 5 years, the battery completes its life, and the user wants to resell it, and the new user or the new buyer, the second buyer, if he is buying, and even if he is changing the new battery, the ownership will still remains the cheaper than the IC engine. Okay, so but most of the time, I mean, so there is a tendency of a users that what will be the resale cost after 5 years, 10 years. But first, the vehicle, because if you are buying a vehicle, so any electric vehicle in India today has not reached to its life. Okay, the vehicle life stated by manufacturer or the warranty life. However, there are questions with respect to the quality of the battery pack or the electronics that are being resolved step by step. And the government is also making the stringent regulation and standards and the testing conditions for making those components better and better. So it is service is one thing where the initiatives are already being taken. Even the roadside mechanics are now started, getting trained by various agencies for the electric vehicles, and you can see the vehicles lying down on dealerships because today the roadside garages are not capable of handling those kind of issues. That is one thing. Otherwise, the situation and the conditions are still same with the IC engine also, that if you can say 100 vehicles are going for a regular or daily maintenance service in showroom, then 1000 vehicles after completing free service are going at a roadside garage. Okay. Whereas in EV, people are little bit scared and not aware about the handling the uses or the conditions or the errors. At the same time, I see the disadvantage of getting many data. I mean, the telematics and all those stuff which user is able to see through their app and mobile, but he is unaware about what to do with this data. And something goes wrong with 1% here and there, it says there is a fault in the vehicle or there is something going wrong. Okay, so that is also there. So awareness for the user is also equally important. Yes, there are challenges for any kind of transition. There are challenges, but step by step it will also get resolved. The government is already planning to, have 100% EV adoption in two-wheeler and three-wheeler by 2030. That is what it is written. Uh, so even if not 100%, even the 50% or 30% is the case, there is a still lot of things to be considered, and there is a really big scope. So these challenges are already taken very well by the manufacturers, by the servicing and all those agencies, and it is going to be, in a place uh, uh, in the upcoming years, and very quickly, by the way.
Manas Mohan here. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, this is regarding the testing agencies that the upgradation and they have some funding has been given in the scheme. Is there any fine print that you could go through? Any details, more details on that? That 780 crores, how it is going to be deployed? Because there is a crying need for vehicle testing agencies down south because it's all happening only in Pune and there is a lot of waiting list. That's a common refrain from many of the people who are developing vehicles. So this seems to be in the right direction, but how is this money going to be deployed? Again, will it be going back to agencies like AROI, or will they help in developing new testing agencies? Any fine prints? Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Can I interrupt?
yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, this is Dr. Vora here. Good morning, everyone.
Sure.
So there is a test agency in South also in Chennai. There is a place called Oragadam. So near Oragadam, there is GRC, Global Automotive Research Development. They also do testing of electric vehicles. Just for your information.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, Mohan sir, there is, as per government, or you can say this new PME drive, they have allocated somewhere around 780 crores for the testing agencies, and definitely it is not only for established agencies. There is a scope for the new testing center to be, developed at the various states and the regions with respect to the different type of components. Okay, there are few components which are already being tested, like the motors and the electronics components. Now, the only thing which are remaining at a vehicle level, or you can say some additional things like a EMI, EMC, and the battery test or the rigorous battery test, which are which can be done at one single place. So those kind of facilities are expected to be developed. And the main thing is, having at least the nearest touch points at different places where there are manufacturers for the batteries or the vehicle manufacturers in the region, and the agencies which are available, for example, in Tamil Nadu or in the Bangalore or in a whatever south region. So the state initiatives are also there, who are developing a common facility center. So uh, the initiatives basically will be taken ahead with this kind of the aspects. Uh, as well as now the who are the established one like ARAI or ICAT and all those, or the TUVs, they are already there. Probably like ARA also had centers now out of Maharashtra. There also this kind of testings can be done. But at least component level, the small level technologies, sorry, institutions are there, and it can be handled through that. However, the few details are remaining. The detailed testing plan and the agency's plan are yet to come.
Thank you.
Sir, again, Kalevani, what about 6,000 kilometers of EV charging road line projects, sir? Actually, this is a very important thing. Actually, there is a less charging station around the highways.
Yes, ma'am. So the charging is the thing which everyone is concerned about, and that is what government is also planning. Now, the charging infrastructure is such thing where many things needs to be considered. The safer place, the better place, where there is a maximum footfall, where there is a continuous the power line, or you can say electricity is available at the same time. The ecosystem, for example, if it is on the highways, then it has to be considered with how many vehicles are going to come up, and then the future. Say after 5 years, if today only one vehicle is coming, but definitely after 5 years there will be 100 vehicles coming at the same place. So multiple things are being considered in terms of charging infrastructure. Also, in terms of what type of vehicles to be charged. For example, if it is e-bus and e-trucks, for them the charging stations are separate, and it will be like in a bigger place, or you can say the fleet management kind of, or the fleet control system kind of a thing, which will be taking care of those charging places. And then for the highways, highway side agencies, and mostly those who are selling the vehicles, the OEMs, and then there will be some partnership with the charger and the electricity discount kind of a thing, who is providing electric supply. Those agencies are collaborating to install the charger. So somewhere around 22,000 chargers are expected in next 2 years, hopefully, for the fast charging four-wheeler. I mean, four-wheeler fast charging, and then 44,000 in total is the number of having chargers by in next 5 years.
Any FAM schemes available for the charging station establishments, sir?
Yeah, so there are schemes available with respect to different state governments as well as the central government initiatives. If you want to install, or if you want to become a charge point operator, CPO, then you get a various scheme and various subsidies with respect to your charging facility. So if it is a slow charger and a fast charging combination, if you are having a solar charging facilities also, or if you are directly taking from the grid, uh, I mean, what type of institutions you are covering. So those kind of different schemes are available.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So anyone else would like to share their thoughts? Srivan, would you like to share your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Manas, what would be very interesting to see is how the deployment of this thing will happen, and what will be done at a center level versus state level. So we know that these schemes do come, but how will it translate on the ground would be very, very interesting to look forward to. So I think we should also track this closely as things move along.
Definitely. Sure. So I guess we are almost at our end of the session. If anyone wants to still share their thoughts, but as just now Shekhar has said, we need to wait, or rather, we need to see how these things are being translated on the ground, and it will definitely, it's going to be in benefit of everyone. and let's see how the EV transition is becoming successful in next 2 years. So having said that, if anyone would like to still share that their thoughts, we are open for 5 minutes. And if any questions, question and answer, we can take up if it is possible for us to uh, answer your questions. So, yeah, Prasad, would you like to give 1 or 2 minutes and your thoughts for this newly launched PM drive? What are your expectations, or what do you think? What do you anticipate with the scheme? Yes, yeah, done here. Uh, I'm very much thankful uh, to all of you for joining today and sharing your valuable thoughts. Thank you so much, Ashwini, becoming a volunteer and a speaker for today's session. Thank you, Kalayvani ma'am, for interesting questions, and we can definitely help wherever it is required. You can anytime reach out to us. Wherever possible, we will help you for any of your queries. Yeah. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining today's session, and we will be again, arranging one more tech talk session with our experts and the expert panel very soon. By the time, you can reach out us through the gyaniki, and for any help you need with respect to the e-mobility and future mobility. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Manas. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Thank you.